this chair. It spins. What? I like this chair. It spins.
They're gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday, November 5th, and that means Happy Guy Fawkes Day. Enjoy it wherever you are. You know, do some sort of Guy Fawkes Day thing today in celebration. So here's the deal. I don't have a pumpkin. I didn't carve one this year. I know that that is awful because it's such a big part of Halloween, but I didn't. Friends and I had been planning that we were going to get pumpkins, and we had the whole thing planned out, but we just never did it in the end. In Michelle's most recent video on the sidebar, she said, "Jessie, I expect on your video I want to hear the 5th of November rhyme." And so if I do that instead, I can avoid punishment, maybe? Kind of? Okay, I'm just gonna do that and hope for the best. So it goes like this. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. So right now I'm in tech week of the play King Richard III, or I think the full title is The Tragedy of King Richard III, written by William Shakespeare. I'm a stagehand. It's fun, it's good, it's very, very long though and tiring, and it's a 3-hour play. Sunday I was in rehearsals from 1 until 6. I was just very tired by the end, and I'm very tired right now because I just got out of rehearsals, hence the reason why I'm dressed like I'm going to a funeral and or am a member of the cast of Cats. Not really sure what that's about. Hope it's gonna go really well. I hear it's an amazing show to look at. I have not seen it because I'm backstage. However, we have some very, very talented people and a fog machine. And everyone knows that the fog machine is what makes the play, you know, it's what the play is all about. So, without a fog machine, what? Seriously, you know, of course the play is going to be great. I love stage crew, and I haven't done any theater at all since Crow and Weasel, so it was fun to just like kind of be back in a theater and doing theatery stuff. And I missed you guys so much on Halloween. Thank you for calling me and leaving me those voicemails. They made me very happy because I was in rehearsal and sad. And then I got on break and I had 2 voicemails, and it was from you guys, and you were in Applebee's, and it made me sad as well as happy because I wasn't there, and that was sad, but also happy that you called me, and then I called you guys and got to talk to you, and that was great. So thank you for calling because it made my night. I hope that you all had fun, even though I wasn't there, so obviously you couldn't have had a terrible amount of fun. I didn't end up actually doing anything on Halloween itself because I had rehearsal, and then I got out of rehearsal and I was just like, blah, blah. But then the next night was the Revenge on Your Roommate dance, which is corny and lame and was still so much fun. Anyway, like, I dressed up as Helen of Troy, and my date was Paris. So it was funny because my roommate and my date, Thomas's roommate, were like arguing forever about what we were gonna dress up as. Brandon finally told me, he was like, "Hey, you're gonna be Paris and Helen." We decided that. And so I was like, okay, cool, that's fun. And then my roommate was at a track meet during the dance, so she didn't get to come. And she calls me from her track meet, like in the middle of the dance, and she's like, "How did your Esmeralda costume turn out?" And I was like, "My what?" And she was like, "Your Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. How'd that turn out?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm Helen of Troy." And apparently she had told Brandon that we were going as Esmeralda and Phoebus from Hunchback of Notre Dame, and he had just blatantly ignored her and told us we were going as Helen in Paris. So I think she was a little upset at Brandon, but it was fun. Like, the costumes were good and it was fun. So here's some photos from that, because I know obviously you just dying to see these photos, but I like them, so you're gonna see them. So I have more Italian to do, so I'm gonna jump on that. But I hope you guys all have a great 5th of November, and I miss you and I love you, and I am so excited for Christmas when we all get to hang out. And I'm sorry, Michelle, that I didn't come home for Halloween, but I really couldn't. Like, it wouldn't have worked. And I hope that school is treating you well, and that, you know, everything is amazing, and I will talk to you all later. Mary Kate, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so I just wanted to add this bit really quickly. I didn't film my video on Wednesday this week because I just knew that I just did not have time at all. I don't really have time to be adding this little extra bit here, so I'm talking really fast. But because of that, I filmed it before the elections had taken place, therefore did not mention it anywhere in my video. And Max, I know that you said you did not want it mentioned, and that's completely understandable, and I do understand that. However, I'm very excited because this is the first election that I've actually cared about, and the first election I was old enough to vote, and it only happens every 4 years, so I think it's worth mentioning. I think President Obama sounds like a character in a sci-fi show, like, you know, President Rosalind, President Obama. I think that is awesome. It'll just be interesting to see how things go and where things lead, and I just enjoyed the whole election process this year. I watched the debates for the first time, which I'd never done, and it made me very excited, and everybody here at UD has very different views on everything from I do, so it's very interesting to kind of get the opportunity to take a stance and talk about things you believed in, and I don't know, it was just cool. So I wanted to say Ellen's in the hospital right now with maybe appendicitis, so that's kind of sucky for you, Ellen, so I hope that you're feeling better. If you get a Madeline scar, though, that would be cool. Oh, Kyle, I'm so glad that he was back in the video because I was starting to think that maybe he didn't love me anymore. Even though I've never met him at all and don't actually know him, you know, I'm sure there's love there. Okay, that's all I wanted to add. I love you guys.